Coming up on Lights, Camera, Akron.
My co-host Kara gives you an inside look on an award-winning ice sculptor.
Due to weather conditions on the East Coast, the United States is facing a blood shortage, and we have the inside scoop.
And also, we highlight a UA graduate who made it into Forbes 30 Under 30 list.
All that and more coming up on Lights, Camera, Akron.
Welcome to the new Lights, Camera, Akron. I'm Amanda Marotta alongside my co-host Kara Riccardi.
And we are so excited to be hosting the very first episode of the new year.
What's your New Year resolution?
Honestly, I think really just to have a very successful semester on Lights, Camera, Akron.
That's an awesome resolution. I think mine would just be stay positive throughout the rest of the year.
All right, well, are you ready to dive into the show?
Absolutely.
First off, I had the opportunity of getting a tour of Elegant Ice Creations and meeting with the world-renowned ice carver, Aaron Kostick.
Cool.
Nice. Let's check it out.
When it's first set up, it's frosty and the details are real crisp, and then slowly that frost goes away and then the details start to melt a little bit and things change shapes, but you could call that the fourth dimension. It would be time, and the sculpture changes through that time.
This is your most favorite sculpture you've created. Can you tell me why?
You know, I just love the composition. The idea of the winter block of ice breaking apart and spring coming up through it, and all these spheres, the way they're balanced on here, and all the negative space. I just really like it. I think that it's really powerful abstract sculpture, and it's my favorite.
How tall is this one?
This one is about 26 feet tall. It's one of the taller pieces we've done.
26 feet. So where would I come up to on this sculpture?
Below this line, that was 6 feet, so you're not quite there yet, I don't think.
No, I am not 6 foot tall, thankfully. All right, Aaron, so this is where the magic happens.
Yes.
Tell me what's going on back here.
Well, this is the carving station. We bring the blocks of ice out here. There's a hydraulic lift that lifts up, so it's a comfortable height for carving.
Yeah.
Within our easy reach, we've got a bunch of power tools, die grinders, sanders, chainsaws, chisels, everything's within easy reach.
So I bet to a lot of people they think, oh, you're just freezing ice blocks, but there's actually kind of a science that goes into it, right?
To make a crystal clear block, you need a few things. You need to freeze it from one side only,
Okay.
so it's not freezing from all sides. And you also have to circulate the water. So this pump is circulating the water. The block is freezing from one side, and the sides are flexible. Water expands 9% when it freezes.
Okay.
So this allows the block to come out. Then these clips freeze into the end of the block. The lifter bar hooks into here, and we pull the block right out. There's ice in here. It's about halfway up. You can reach down in there.
Well, I can't feel my hand anymore.
One of the bits we have is a burr bit. So if you were to, you want to carve something you wanted it round, you could use this and use it to round the surface up really nicely.
Okay, and how do you make all these?
Well, this one we have made in Michigan for us. We prototyped it, and we've developed it over the years to make it. This is the ultimate in rounding tool. And it threads onto a die grinder. So the die grinder spins about 26,000 RPMs, which allows you to cut through the ice really smoothly.
And do you design all your own tools so they're all original from Elegant Ice Creations?
We design a lot of them. Some of them we purchase and resell them. Some of them we have made locally, and some of them are made right here in our facility.
So I bet that's something a lot of people don't know, that you are more than just ice.
Right, about a little over half of our sales is selling the tools to other ice carvers, and then the other half is selling the ice primarily to the Cleveland, Akron, and Medina area.
Tell me how you got involved with the competition that happens every winter at the University of Akron.
Well, they were looking for someone to coordinate it, and that's what we do here. We coordinate ice events. So in that one, they have a speed carving competition. There's some pre-carved sculptures. This year there was a large LeBron James head and a throne, a Fear the Roo sculpture, and then there was 9 competitors competing. 5 were current students and 4 were alumni. So we provide the ice and the judges, the awards and everything. We pull the whole event together. People say, you must be patient to carve ice. It's not true. I like to create a sculpture in a short amount of time and have it complete. to create some of the sculptures that we make out of wood or bronze or stone could take months or years to accomplish, and we do them in less than a week. So it's the immediacy of it. Another thing is that it's transparent. So when you cut it, it creates refractive angles that the light gets caught up in, and it's a medium that no other medium does that. It sparkles and it captures your eye.
That was pretty chill.
Amanda, what did our producer say? No scripted jokes.
No, I was just being punny.
Anyways, it was so great getting to meet an amazing artist like Erin. Honestly, still don't know how they do it.
Yeah, I heard that one of those sculptures was over like 12 feet tall.
And that wasn't even the tallest one. I thought the ones that they sculpted on campus looked impossible, but the ones that they create their championships, unbelievably impressive.
Speaking of the cold, the East Coast has been hit by a huge snowstorm, and it hasn't seen one of this magnitude in a very long time.
And because of this, there is now a blood shortage in the United States. Let's take a look.
Out of the 40% of American people who are eligible to donate blood, only 5% donate on a yearly basis. We are in need of blood now more than ever. The American Red Cross has an emergency need for blood and platelet donors due to the severe winter weather earlier this year. In result, more than 300 blood drives across 20 states have been canceled. According to the American Red Cross, every 2 seconds, someone in the United States needs blood, and more than 41,000 donations are needed every day. People undergoing treatment for cancer, aplastic anemia, sickle cell, and other serious illnesses need your help. The American Red Cross works with sponsors every year in order to hold more than 200,000 blood drives across the country. If you're worried about giving blood, don't worry. It's a safe and comfortable process, and on average, a blood donation takes a little over an hour, and a platelet donation takes about 90 minutes. You can even benefit from giving blood. According to the American Journal of Epidemiology, blood donors are 88% less likely to suffer from a heart attack and 33% less likely to suffer from any type of cardiovascular event. Remember, there is no substitute for blood. It can only come from generous donors. People are in need of your help. Go to redcrossblood.org to see if you have any local blood drives in your area, or go to your local American Red Cross. I'm Jane Marshall from Lights Camera Akron.
Thank you, Jade. Remember that there's various blood drives happening on campus and around Akron.
So please, if you do get the opportunity, don't hesitate to donate.
We're going to now take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, you'll hear about a very successful UA graduate, Courtney Gross.
Don't go anywhere. Okay, so Amanda, when you were little, did you ever have one of those like crazy dreams, like you wanted to invent a restaurant or an item or something like that?
Not that I can think of. I'd really have to think about that.
Okay, well maybe you can use this next story to think of something. There's actually a graduate from the University of Akron who took her dreams and turned them into a reality.
One of our reporters, Katie Bowman, had the chance to talk to this entrepreneur.
Courtney Gross, a University of Akron alumni, has created a system of battery management software that can advance our world. Even before attending the University of Akron, Courtney Gross was ahead of her time. It's no surprise that during her college career, she was approached to help Myers Motors.
Myers Motors came to us and they said, hey, we want to make sure our batteries don't catch on fire. So we ended up working with them on these vehicles, and we designed a product called a battery management system.
Her work designing these systems opened doors to companies as large as NASA, where she discovered exactly how she fits into the energy industry.
I actually worked at NASA for some time after I graduated. I realized that not only was I not necessarily cut out to be an engineer, but I had these people skills and sort of this draw towards being in a leadership role, and entrepreneurship really allowed me to create my own future and to build a team of great and talented people like the team that we have here now, and produce something different and go out and sort of be in control in that way and see a wider impact. It's something that I could do on my own. The experience as an electrical engineer at NASA, also working with battery-powered systems, working with power electronics, and then to be starting this company sort of in the same field.
Gross gave me the opportunity to see exactly what she and her team have done with their groundbreaking product, Cognicell.
What we're developing is a new electronic system for battery packs. It's like a new brain for a battery. This green board, but then we have microprocessors on this system with all sorts of control algorithms, a bunch of software, operating system that lays on top of it that controls everything that the battery does.
Gross is able to excel in developing Cognicell software because of her passion for technology. Even as a young girl, she had a love that inspired her to become an engineer.
My love of roller coasters is what inspired me to go into engineering in the first place, and I think that's very important to have something that you're passionate about, right? So I chose a technical field because I just love technology. I've always been a huge NASA geek, I'm a huge nerd, and so having that, something that you just genuinely enjoy and can have fun with on the side, having that be integrated into your career, I think is very motivational, very inspiring, and it can remind you, when you're going through your coursework or you're taking calculus, oh yeah, this is why I'm becoming an engineer.
Her persistence to make a difference in a field that she loves allowed her to become successful on a national level.
I was looking on my Twitter news feed and I saw, Forbes 30 under 30 in energy, let's see, who's on the list, and there I was, so that was a surprise. I thought, wow, this is a great opportunity for us. We could leverage this, and it could be great for the city of Akron. It could be great to inspire other students that are maybe thinking of starting a company. So I saw the potential to really actually help the community as a whole as a result of the national recognition.
Not only is Gross continuing her work in the Akron area, but she also plans to help motivate future engineers here at the University of Akron.
I want to, somehow give back to Akron and inspire other students. I think that's become my main goal. When I first was involved with a startup, I think when you're young, it's very easy to be, self-centered and excited about your own personal career. But I think recently, as a result of some of the organizations I've gotten involved with in Akron, seeing the support system here, what I really want to do with DesignFlux is use it as a tool to inspire other students. Don't limit yourself by the degree or by the name of the school that you're going to. Those things really don't limit you. I think the only person that could limit you in your career is yourself.
That was such an inspiring story. It really makes you think that you can do anything you put your mind to.
And I bet our fellow Zips on campus have some great ideas of their own.
Cortez Grayson hit the student union to get a glance at the creative minds we have here on campus.
What's up, everybody? Cortez Grayson here at the Student Union. I'm your man on the street. Now, we're gonna ask students, if they can invent one thing, what would it be?
I'm not really sure. It's kind of a difficult question.
If you could invent one thing, what would it be?
A jetpack,
Why?
so that I wouldn't have to walk all over campus.
If you could invent one thing and start a business around that invention, what would it be?
Time travel. I'd say time machine.
Time travel machine? I don't know.
Why?
Because I think it would make history lessons a lot cooler.
Just because I think it'd be really cool to see where I'm at in 20 years.
Probably holographic images.
I like that. That's very creative. If you could invent one thing, what would it be?
I would invent something that would stabilize the world economy.
I would probably create teleportation. I believe it will create better ties with other countries, so we would be able to work with other countries better than what we do now.
Nice, I agree with that. I like that. If you could invent one thing, what would it be?
I would invent something for deaf people to go through drive-thrus so they're able to sign with the person.
I like that. I take sign language too. That'd be very convenient. If you could invent one thing, what would it be?
As a matter of fact, I do have an invention in mind. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you.
Man, just tell us. Anything else you would like to invent?
I don't know, maybe some self-parked cars or cars that drive themselves. That way there will be less accidents on the road.
All right, here's the thing. The thing I got in mind is so good that if I go through with it, I have a really good chance of actually making money off of it. So if I were to tell you, you would tell everybody else, and whoever watches this would see it, steal my idea, and take my credit. But, yeah, sorry.
So Kara, after hearing those responses, do you have any brilliant ideas of your own?
Yes, but it's a little far-fetched, so hear me out.
Okay.
So I'm a vegetarian, and I have always wanted to open up a cow cuddling farm.
I would totally go to that.
Yeah, because then all of these cows could just come to my farm and I would love them and they wouldn't have to go and get killed for meat. And it would be like the best thing ever. And all my vegetarian friends could just join me and be the best thing in the whole world.
I love that idea. Let's start a business.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll start talking about it after the show. But before then, we're going to go ahead and go to a commercial break. So we'll be right back. Welcome back to Lights, Camera, Akron. Once again, I'm Kara Riccardi.
And I'm Amanda Marotta. In studio, we have Heather Daniels, who will be bringing you a brand new segment this semester.
Great to have you, Heather.
Thank you so much. It's so great to be here.
What headlines do you have for us today?
Lots of people use Uber to get around, but 2 UA students have launched similar systems. Yardbark, an online system connecting students to homeowners who need help with outdoor landscaping chores, such as pulling weeds, laying mulch, and raking leaves. UA freshman Will Armstrong has partnered with fellow UA student Charles Combest to enter the Student Startup Madness Tournament, a national competition hosted by South by Southwest. The two representing the University of Akron are the only school from Ohio remaining and have made to the round of 32. The annual Rethinking Race Week has kicked off here at the University of Akron, providing UA students insight to the many cultures exhibited on campus. This year's featured speaker is John Quinones, who anchors ABC's news program, What Would You Do? Quinones is ABC's first correspondent of Latin descent and is set to speak on campus February 9th. Former U.S. Army Sergeant and Medal of Honor recipient Kyle White will speak at the Student Union Theater on campus. The former soldier will speak on his military experience as well as his transition to civilian life after service. White's speech, scheduled for February 19th, is free for UA students and open to the public. That'll do it for this week's headlines. Be sure to tune in to Lights, Camera, Akron for updates on news and accomplishments here at the University of Akron. Ladies, back to you.
And last but certainly not least, the university made a huge announcement regarding our Honors College.
But we won't spoil the surprise because Julie has the story.
Today, the University of Akron is pleased to announce that Gary and Pam Williams have established a charitable commitment of more than $10 million to the University of Akron.
The University of Akron's Honors College announced last Wednesday that alumni Dr. and Mrs. Williams donated a total of $10 million to the U of A Honors College.
I think it's great. It really showcases the incredible donation that we've been given today, and it's such a monumental moment for the Honors College. I think it's so important to commemorate that.
UA President Scott Scarborough said he will formally ask the Board of Trustees to name the Honors College the Dr. Gary B. and Pamela S. Williams Honors College at the February 10th meeting. The couple's gift will be used for the continuation of a lecture series in biology and scholarship funding. The additional $3 million committed on Wednesday will be used to expand that initial commitment to include academic programming.
Beyond your generosity, 3 additional attributes describe the individuals whom I have come to know over the past several months: excellence, service unto others, and community.
The Dean of the Honors College, Dr. Lakeisha Ransom, introduced 2 of the students who will benefit from the Williams endowments.
As Mark Twain wisely noted, travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. I'd like to take this moment today to thank the Honors College and especially our very generous donors.
Students Vishal Chaurasia and Aaron Sigford spoke of their rewarding academic experiences thanks to the Williams donations and the Honors College.
So everything was aligning perfectly for choosing the University of Akron.
The Williams said their goal is to provide opportunities to students, not only locally, but regionally, nationally, and internationally as well.
I think it's really interesting that we're not just going to Europe like a lot of schools are. We're branching out and really going to places that need us.
The Williams said that this was their way of giving back because of the well-rounded experience they received at the university.
We're thanking the good citizens of Akron, the taxpayers of Akron, who provided me an education and an opportunity to be where I am today.
Honors students in the Emerging Leaders Program lined the staircase descending down to the ceremony.
Now, Pam and Gary, if you'll do us the pleasure of joining our students in unveiling the new logo.
After the Williams unveiled the banner with the new name of the Honors College, another surprise was revealed as the honors students on the stairs donned t-shirts with the new logo on it.
Were you given the t-shirts prior to today?
No, like 30 seconds before we walked in.
Oh, so there was no way to peek.
No way. No, they had this place guarded.
This has been Julie Yaki for Lights, Camera, Akron.
Thanks, Julie. I think it's so awesome that Dr. Gary and Pamela Williams made such a generous donation to our Honors College.
The University of Akron's Williams Honors College has a really nice ring to it.
Unfortunately, it is the end of our show, but don't worry. We have plenty more episodes of Lights, Camera, Akron for you this semester.
Remember to check out Lights, Camera, Akron's social media pages, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at CTV-LCA.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Lights, Camera, Akron.
We'll see you next time.
This program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. To find out how you can make Emmy-winning media, visit the UA School of Communication online. ZTV. Make media. Make a difference.